Open-world games are some of my favorite because they give players a unique experience by offering them absolute freedom. Zelda Breath of the Wild nails this concept to perfect, only limiting the player in its tutorial area, the Great Plateau. This got me thinking, with all the limitations at hand, how much could you possibly do without leaving the Great Plateau? To figure out the answer to this question, I started a brand new Master Mode save file. After all, it's the tutorial area. It can't be that difficult, right? First, I went down to the Great Plateau Tower and activated it. On the way there, I collected the Hylian trousers. After activating the tower, I went down to each of the shrines and collected their spirit orbs, as well as the runes from each. Then, on my way to the Stasis Shrine, I got the Warm Doublet, which isn't very good for defense, but at least it keeps me from dying of cold when I go into the mountain area. After that, I traversed to the Hylia statue to trade the spirit orbs for a heart container. This is when a normal person would just walk up to the roof, grab the paraglider, and leave. But we aren't normal. We still have a long way to go. I decided to focus on getting the best weapons and armor I could, because that would make getting all the Korok seeds, a collectible, a lot easier. I managed to get a few lower power weapons from the blue bokoblins, as well as a bokoblin bow and a few arrows. I tried attacking the camps with higher power enemies to get better weapons, but all my trash weapons would break long before killing the enemies. I tried using bombs to kill them, but the bombs didn't do enough damage. This left me in a frustrating paradox. I needed better gear to beat the bokoblins, but I can only get better gear by beating the bokoblins. There was also a silver Lynel who killed me multiple times when I was trying to go to this one camp. Hopefully I never have to actually fight with him again, right? I decided to leave the bokoblin camps for later and try to test my luck by looking for weapons hidden in chests. I remembered seeing a chest near a shrine earlier, so I went there and obtained a soldier's bow. It isn't the most powerful, but it's quite decent for early in the game. I also went over to this one pond which has another chest. It went really well. Eventually, I managed to beat all the monsters and I went to go get the chest, but I accidentally entered bullet time and the chest got sent to the stratosphere. It was all worth it, however, because once I eventually got to the chest, it had a soldier's broadsword in it. This was the best one-handed sword I could possibly get on the plateau. At this point, I was pretty lost, but now that I had gotten better weapons, I decided to go and fight some of the bokoblins. I got a sneak strike chain going and unlocked the chest. I got an opal! Great! I can just sell that to the NPCs in a village. Wait a minute. As I was walking to the next bokoblin camp, I saw some platforms, one with a chest. I killed the bokoblins and then opened the chest, which had a knight's claymore. The Knight's Claymore is already a fairly good two-handed weapon, but this one had the critical hit upgrade, which just improves it even more. As I jumped off the platform, I noticed a hidden tunnel behind the waterfall. There, I found a soldier's broadsword and 3 chests containing some arrows and a bokoblin bow. At this point, I thought I was done, but then I remembered. The Lynel. When you kill a Lynel, it drops quite a few things, but among them is always the Lynel's bow and the Lynel's weapon. The Lynel on the Great Plateau has a Savage Lynel Crusher, which is the most powerful weapon in the game. I thought that since I had a few good swords, I could beat it. Oh, how wrong I was. No matter what I did, I barely made a dent in its health. After hours of attempting to kill it, I remembered an old video I had seen on Reddit of a guy beating the exact same Lynel to death with magnesis and a rock. I knew that this was probably my only option, because there was no way I could kill it with only my mediocre weapons. I grabbed the rock, got a friend for moral support, and started my attempts. My main issue with killing it is that you have to hit a headshot on the Lynel. This gives you a 10-second window where you can hit the Lynel as many times as you want with the rock, and then you have to hit another headshot to knock it down again and again and again until it's finally dead. Also, whenever I died, I would have to warp all the way to the other side of the map, grab the rock again, and slowly make my way all the way over to the Lynel, only for it to just one-shot me with its bomb arrows and send me back to the beginning. Eventually, after nearly 6 hours straight of attempts, I took a break to find the rest of the Korok seeds. Overall, I collected a total of 15 Korok seeds. I came across this stone talus hidden in the woods and beat it. It dropped quite a few pieces of amber. Completely worthless because we are stuck on the Great Plateau and can't trade them at all, but pretty cool, I guess. At this point, I realized I couldn't put it off any longer and went back over to the Lynel.
Ow! Ow! Hey, dude. You think we might have issues? We might have issues. If I whip around really fast, no, you literally can't. Bro, it just didn't even do anything.
I kept dying time after time after time, and just as it seemed like I couldn't do it, this happened. I had finally beaten the Lynel, and with it, I had obtained the Savage Lynel Crusher, the most powerful weapon in the game, and the Savage Lynel Bow, the best bow in the game. So let's recap. The best single-handed sword we could get is the Soldier's Broadsword. The best two-handed weapon is the Savage Lynel Crusher. The best bow we can get is the Savage Lynel Bow. We can get a total of 4 armor points with the Hylian trousers and old shirt. You can get 15 Korok seeds, complete 4 shrines, get 1 extra heart, or 1 extra stamina point. So there you have it, exactly how much you can get done in Breath of the Wild without leaving the Great Plateau. You can't do anything else in the game without collecting the paraglider. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, because I am a channel that is trying to grow and likes help get this video recommended to more people. I will try to make similar content to this in the future, and you will most likely only see my videos again if you are subscribed. Thank you, and have a nice day.